I just finished the other video, literally less than like 2 minutes ago. So this video is just gonna be talking about like what do I want to do tomorrow, heading into tomorrow. So I kind of already did myself the pleasure of making my levels very easy for tomorrow, right? And you're gonna ask me like, what the hell do you, what the hell are your levels? Also, let me remove this. What the hell are your levels? My levels. Also, let me remove this. My levels. Oh, and this. Okay. My levels. What the hell am I looking at? This. Move this too. My levels for tomorrow are the low and high of today. So sorry, I'm like stuttering a lot. I just filmed the video and I just drew a bunch of lines. I'm forgetting why I drew them, but the more important ones are the one on the screen right now. So we have these big ones, right? These 423, like those are targets, but I'll talk about that in a different video. But right now we have yesterday's candle, this big green candle, and we are looking at yesterday's high and low on Q. So we have high low on here and Q. We have high low on QQQ. This is the candle I'm more intrigued on. If you're trading tomorrow, I want you to make sure that you have QQQ chart open. This is gonna be the big one. SPY is cool too, but QQQ is gonna be the big mover tomorrow because QQQ is trading almost at all-time high, right? And when shit starts trading at all-time high, we see those days where it's just insane levels of just stupidity, and like that's the best days for us because you'll see like a 1.5% update, like 2% update. Like that's what we like to trade. If that makes sense. Like we're not trading like these small micro like 0.30% range days. Like when we break out of this tight range, like you can see this wick try to wick us down, but we came back up. Once we break out of that range, ooh my god, it's gonna be so much easier to trade at QQQ or NQ. But anyways, like let's just start with the QQQ and NQ side of things. Like QQQ is trading at all-time highs. That is important, but I also want you to remember that NQ is not trading at all-time highs. So there is a level of resistance right here at 20, like right here, 2382. So I'm just trying to find like an equivalency on QQQ. Where would you draw that level? I mean, if you were to draw that level, it'd be slightly above, like, sorry, my mom is here, if you can hear her. It's gonna be slightly above, right here, like probably around right here. Like, it's just a rough estimate. I keep it more lenient toward the 488. Like that's probably more accurate about where things are gonna go. Like that is probably like the overnight high, and I would just keep everything super tight until we have cleared NQ like all-time high. Until NQ cleared all-time high, I would just say QQQ play it safe. Like see like the reaction off of all-time high, see the reaction off of yesterday previous high, previous low. ES now, let's take a look at ES. Like ES is still within its range, right? It isn't really, there isn't much happening on ES, right? ES is still trading within this little like rectangle setup. You could see that we tried to break yesterday, like previous. I mean, if you think about it, like Monday's low and then we came up, like that type of setup is like really what you want to see. You want to look for like a range to be broken before anything really happens, and that's what we got. So ES, like it is trading within this range. You could look for a reaction off of this wick, but you could also, more importantly, SPY. Look, this daily wick. I mean, this daily candle with no wicks is more important. Like the more important candle. Even like ES had the bullish wick. That's really important too. But remember what I said about trading volume, right? Like volume is like such an important part of why things do the things that they do, right? Like for example, right? Like let's say like you ask like someone what they want to eat, right? And all they say is like, I want to eat like pizza every day. I just want to eat pizza every day. And then one day you ask them, what do you want to eat? And they say, oh, I don't want to, I want to eat something else. Like you'd be like, holy, like that doesn't happen often, right? Like that's why volume is important, because volume is, it tells you the anomalies. Like for example, like I consider, like a lot of people think like volume is like, hey look, we had this huge red day with huge volume, oh shit, things are going down. I don't see it like that. The way that I see volume is like, oh, a level here must have been, I mean, you could probably, if you zoomed in, you could probably find the level, but a level here got breached where a lot of orders were in, and a lot of orders got filled, meaning that there is some level of significance in either of the high or low, within the high low of that candle. And we probably met that high low of the candle, because look how significant that level is. Anyways, that's just how I see volume. Even intraday, I'm just telling myself like, yo, like some level here is so significant that a bunch of orders just got filled, right? Like that's why volume spikes are so important, because they're just filling empty orders. Like there's a shit ton of empty orders that got filled. That's basically what it means. Yeah. So ES and SPY, like we had that bullish wick. We're still trading within that range. ES might hit all-time high tomorrow. I don't know how. I mean, ES has been slower compared to QQQ, which is not something that is like surprising these days. But still, like ES is trading above like QQQ price. So like keep in mind, like, you know, like QQQ might break out. ES and SPY resistance still might act as a resistance for QQQ and NQ. If you really are like trading a bullish case scenario, you want to watch. If you're trading like bullishly, trade the long position until ES takes out a high or takes out a low, and or SPY takes out a high or low, because those two are going to be the more important levels of resistance, because they haven't been tested yet as closely as QQQ has been testing its all-time high, right? Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Like QQQ is only like a few cents away from all-time high, and SPY is like I don't know, a little bit further than that. This is QQQ still. SPY is a little bit further than that. Like even though you could say like it's like $1, like that's still a pretty large amount compared to like a few, like 20 cents, right? Like you understand what I'm trying to say? Like that like try to have both of them conversely open, because they do directly like. No one's an NQ trader without also being a SPY trader, like, or a QQQ trader or an ES trader. Like, you're trading indexes at the end of the day. They all do relate. Like, a lot of people say they don't. And very realistically, you could also be looking at SPX, because I know this gets a lot of volume too. Let me see how much volume this gets. Actually, yeah, you can't really. Oh, hold on. Yeah, this gets billions of volume. So if you're used to millions of volume, or this is a few hundred K. This is a few hundred K. Like 600K. If you want to see billion, like this is a million volume. If you want to see SPX, this has billions of volume. Billions with a B. This is a more indicative of like what the hell is going on. Because if a billion orders are placed, I trust that more than like a few hundred K. Just saying. If you're thinking logically, if someone offered you $1 billion, you'd probably take it more than you take a few hundred K. That's just the line of reasoning. But yeah, so tomorrow's game plan, probably look for a sweep of NQ high low. Remember that QQQ is trading near all-time high. SPY and ES are not, but they're very close. So see how they both react before you take any positions. And before you take any positions, remember, look at the short-term trend and match that with the long-term trend. If you're trading the time frames like what I do, I trade the 5 and the 1, right? If I trade the 5, I'm looking, hey, look, we're trading above the 200 EMA. On the 1, I want to see price trade above the 200 EMA too. That's like my high confidence setups. Like those are the ones that are like, hey, look, both of these are like related. Therefore, I'm like green light, basically green light, and I'm chilling. I'm ready to enter. But yeah, so if you just want to skip to the end of the video, TLDR, SPY, QQQ, near all-time high. ES and NQ also like are trading not near all-time high, but there is a pretty large wick of the daily candle on both ES and QQQ that you guys need to keep track of on QQQ and SPY if you're trading options, and if you're trading futures, keep track of how QQQ reacts to all-time high. Keep track of how SPY reacts to all-time high, and remember that there is that daily wick that may send us down if we're unable to go above it or close above it. So yeah, very easy stuff, very easy game plan. I'm not gonna call price like I did on Friday, but I'm bullish. That's all you're gonna get out of me. All right, and this is another chart, and there you go. Cool. Yep. Have a good one, guys.